Hello children, today we are starting with the 8th chapter, Animals, How Life Goes On. We all have a definite period of life on earth, or the time for which we live on earth is limited. And this period of time that we live on earth or we expect to live on earth is termed as lifespan. So lifespan is the period of time for which a living thing lives or is expected to live on earth. So if life needs to go on, there should be new ones produced of the same kind. And this process of producing young ones of the same type is called reproduction. So for life to continue on earth, reproduction is an inevitable process. Let us learn more about reproduction in this chapter. Reproduction is mainly of two types. Some animals lay eggs and some animals give birth to the young ones. Animals like frog, hen, snake and all, they lay their eggs and from the eggs the new one hatches out or a young one hatches out when it gets warmth. Second case is like human, cat, cow and all, they give birth to their young ones. A baby is there in the body of the mother, and after a certain period of time, the life inside the mother's body ends and the baby comes out. That is how they give birth to the young ones. So let us study about both these types of reproduction in this chapter. First, we can take the case of animals which give birth to their young ones. Animals which give birth to their young ones normally feed them with their milk. And these animals are termed as mammals. Lion, tiger, cow, we human beings are all mammals. We give birth to the young ones and we feed them with our milk. Your mother has given you or you have fed you with her milk, isn't it? After getting born, do you go to the shop and buy biryani and eat a newborn baby? No. Almost 2 years you are given your parents, your mother's milk, and that is the best food for a baby. So that is a speciality of mammals. There are some more features regarding the group of animals called mammals. They have hair in their body. That means their body will be covered with hairs. We too have hairs on our body, isn't it? So same way, most of the mammals, I am not telling all the mammals, most of the mammals, they have hair on their body. But there are exceptions too. Whales and dolphins, you have heard about these animals, isn't it? Whales and dolphins, they live inside water. They appear like fish. They don't have hair in their body, but they are mammals. So they give birth to the young ones. So exceptions, whales and dolphins, they look like fish and they live in water, but actually they are mammals. So mammals are animals which give birth to the young ones and feed them with their milk. They also take care of their babies, and mammals are the most developed among all animals. Because we are mammals, human beings, isn't it? We are the most developed. So same way compared to the other animals, mammals are the most developed animals in this earth. So now we are going to study about the smallest living mammal. Do you know the name of smallest living mammal? Its name is Kitti's hook-nosed bat. Kitty's hognose bat. You can clearly see it from the picture. A very small bat, an animal which is held in the hand of a person. Person has taken it in the hand. See, it is even smaller than the finger of a human being, an adult human being. So it is 1 inch long and 2 grams in weight. Once again, it is 1 inch long and 2 grams weight. So that is the body measurement of a smallest living mammal, that is Kitty's hognose bat. So now you will be wondering, if bat is a mammal, does it give birth to the young ones? Yes. Bat, even though it looks like a bird, it is a mammal. So we learned 2 exceptions, isn't it? First was whales and dolphins, which appear like a fish and live in water, but they are mammals. And second one, bats, though they fly like birds, they are mammals. Now, mammals normally take care of their babies after giving birth and feeding them. They continue feeding the baby for a very long time. Take care of the baby, clean the baby, just as your mother take care of you. Mammals normally take care of the baby, cleans them, feeds them, protect them from enemies, give them warmth like your mother hugs you, and teach them how to find food and live on their own. As you grow up, your parents teach you a lot of things, especially your mother. She teaches you how to behave properly, how to learn things, how to do your own things yourself. So these are all lessons for your life, and that is taught by your mother. So that is a common feature of a mammal, taking care of the baby, protecting it from enemies. When somebody comes to beat you, normally the first person to protect you will be your mother. So that is a common feature of mammal. And human beings are the only mammals which take care of their grandchildren too, because we have a very long lifespan. What is lifespan? The period for which we live on earth. As we have a lot of, that means a very long lifespan, we have the time to take care of the grandchildren too. You have your grandparents with you, isn't it? They are taking care of you. So that is happening only in the case of human beings. And in case of mammals, father also helps to take care of the child. Father, if it is an animal, it goes for hunting. If it is human beings, they go for work, earn the money and bring it home to take care of the children. So these are all common features of mammals. They take care of the baby as a whole by cleaning it, feeding it and giving warmth to it. And they teach lessons for life also. So this is all about mammals which give birth to the young ones. Now let us take a look at some of the egg-laying animals. There are very interesting things regarding egg-laying animals. First, we can take the case of fish. Fish, you all know, fish live in water. Fish lays its egg also in water, and at a time it lays almost thousands of eggs. Can you imagine that? The picture of a fish egg is shown in the picture. It is coated with a jelly-like thing which protects it from water, the flowing water. Flowing water has a great force, isn't it? So that force is withstand or that is protected, the egg is protected from flowing water with the help of a jelly-like coating. So at a time, fish lays thousands of eggs, but only a very few hundreds grow from that thousands of eggs. Some egg will be eaten by bigger fish, some will be destroyed. So because of all these reasons, only a very few grows into a baby fish. So no use of laying thousands of eggs, isn't it? Only a very few will grow. Next is the case of frog. You can see a similarity between the egg of a frog and egg of a fish. Egg of frog is also laid in water just like fish. It is also almost the same, but growth is different. See, I have shown many pictures showing the growth of an egg from growth of a frog from egg to an adult or grown up frog. Here you can see jelly like coating. Inside that you can see that egg. Egg has started growing. You can see a small structure with tail like thing. After that it grows into a fish like form. Normally the young one of a frog appears like a fish itself. And the young one is called tadpole. What is the young one of a frog called? Tadpole. Tadpole normally looks like a fish, and again it starts growing and almost the structure of a frog is reached. But it has a tail. Does a frog have a tail? No. So when it continues growing, the tail shortens and it starts forming legs, strong legs. And at the end, when the tail shortens and the legs become strong, it changes into a normal adult frog. Okay? So very different types of stages are going on in the life cycle of a frog. From a small egg to a adult frog. So this is how a frog reproduce or produce young ones of the same kind. And animals which lay eggs, it is not necessary that the young one hatching out of the egg should look like the parent itself. But in case of mammals or animals which give birth, it will be almost the same. Human beings, does the baby of a human being look like a dog? Does the baby of a lion look like a human being? No. It will be almost the same of parent, but in case of egg laying animals, it is not necessary that it should look like the parent itself. Next is reptiles like lizards, turtles, snakes and all. They lay eggs not in water, it is on soil. They lay their eggs in the mud and cover that eggs with mud. But unfortunately, many of the eggs will be eaten by other animals because the mother, after laying the eggs, she will go away and will never come back. Some of them will never come back. So, the eggs should be given warmth for hatching, for the baby to hatch out. So, this warmth is obtained from the heat of the sun by the eggs laid by reptiles. So, after receiving the heat of the sun, they will get warmth and they will hatch out and the young ones come. Mainly, they lay their eggs in the ground, digging holes in the ground, and after that cover it with mud so as to protect the eggs, but they are not having too much brain like human beings, isn't it? So, they don't think about other animals coming and eating that egg. But most of the eggs will be eaten by other animals. Very few will hatch out getting the heat of the sun and new ones will come. So, these are the common egg laying animals and a very few are there which you have to study in detail that we will discuss in the next video. So, today we learned about what is the lifespan, the period of time for which a living thing lives or is expected to live. Then reproduction, that is producing young ones of the same type. Two types of reproduction, by laying eggs and by giving birth to the young ones. Then we learned about mammals which give birth to the young ones and the special features of mammals. Then we learned about some egg laying animals like fish, frog and reptiles. Later you have two more interesting topics to be covered in the next video. So read your textbook. Thank you.